Hey everybody, welcome back to Biblical Seekers. Today, we're going to give you a few reasons why we don't celebrate Christmas. It's time to seek the truth. Okay, let's get started. Let's begin with reason number 1. Christmas is not Jesus' birthday. You see, a lot of people like to say that Jesus is the reason for the season and that it is his birthday, when in fact it is not. The truth is, Jesus was never their reason for the season. In fact, Christmas was around long before the birth of Christ. It's actually the false worship of pagan gods, centered around the festival of Saturnalia, which consisted of a 12-day period of lawlessness that includes human sacrifices, drunkenness, rape, and going house to house while singing naked, and other gross and detestable things. Now, reason number 2. Christmas is not a holy day. Did you know Christmas is pagan? Every bit of it is pagan. From the mistletoe, to the tree, to the Christmas lights, to the wreath, and even Santa Claus. It's all pagan. And the truth behind it all is really disturbing. Caroling was done naked from door to door. Evergreen trees were worshipped because of the winter solstice. And Santa originated from the false god Odin, and many other false gods, and all their pagan rituals with it. You see, a lot of people don't know that the word holiday actually means holy day, and Christmas is far from being a holy day.
Reason number 3. Christmas promotes lying. Parents around the world, every year, tell their children lies about a fictional man named Santa Claus, with his little elves and all his magical powers, and brings gifts if they've been good all year. Now let's see what the Bible has to say about liars. In Revelation, chapter 21, in verse 8. But the fearful, and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So I think it's very clear that the Bible says all liars. There's no such thing as a white lie, or a little lie, because a lie is a lie, and that's sin. The Bible also says in Proverbs chapter 6, verses 16 to 19, These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. Now, I don't think God takes lying too lightly. So telling your children about Santa Claus makes you a liar. Reason number 4. Santa was given the characteristics of God. Isn't it strange how they've given Santa the characteristics of God, such as knowing if you've been bad or good? He knows when you're asleep. He knows when you're awake. Only God is all-knowing. When Santa comes, he comes in the sky. The Bible says when Jesus comes, he comes in the sky. They say Santa keeps a list of all of our names. The Bible says God has a list of all of our names, some being in the book of life, and some being in the other books.
Reason number 5. Christmas exposes Satan. You see, the evergreen tree doesn't die in the winter. So during the winter solstice, the tradition of the Christmas tree was originated from the pagans, bringing the evergreen tree into their house, which they believed was very sacred and was a symbol of everlasting life. They even worshiped these trees, But you see, God has a special tree too, and it's called the Tree of Life. And they say that Santa lives up north. Let's see what Satan said in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Isn't that really strange? How Satan says he will sit in the north? And also, just something to notice is the letters in Santa also spell Satan. And did you know Christmas was banned because of their satanical practices? I think this is more than enough evidence that this exposes the fact that Christmas is really about Satan and certainly not about Jesus. Reason number 6. Christmas is not biblical. You see, none of the disciples celebrated Christmas, and even Jesus himself never celebrated Christmas. In fact, Christmas is nowhere to be found in the Bible. There is only one verse I found that speaks of this tree that the pagans cut down and deck with silver and gold. And God refers to these pagans as heathens. Here, let's read the verse, Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2 through 4. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen, with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. So from what we just read, God is telling us not to learn the way of the pagans. And with Christmas being nothing but pagan, I think it's clear that we should not be celebrating Christmas. Tune in next time to seek the truth.